That looks like crap. But it's been here for a couple of years and it has worked, but it looks like crap. I know it looks like crap. I know you guys know it looks like crap. So I think it's time we build a door. So the channels are still working. Our little ditches here, moving water away. Last night it snowed quite a bit. Looks like the geese are coming back too. I don't think you can see them, but there's a big, I don't know what they're called. They're over here now. A whole bunch of geese making all kinds of racket. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna replace that door. Well, we're gonna build a door for it because we've had a tarp on it now for 2 winters. And like I said, I mean, it's worked, but it's definitely time to get a door. So here are the cedar boards we're gonna be making our door out of. These are 1x5x8s. But before I can start actually getting them laid up and working on them, I gotta get the tractor out of here, set the table up. So give me a few minutes and then we'll get to work on our new door. So I've never been very successful building doors. It's just not something I'm good at. And I've built a few, but I'm just not very good at it. But regardless, the first thing I'm going to do is I've got to get in here and get some measurements. Actually, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take down the old tarp. That's what it looks like without any tarp on it. It's just the opening. We're going to put a board here, all the way from the top here, all the way down. And then I think we're gonna put another board here, maybe a 2x4 or something, along this joint here. The alternative is cutting these pieces, but then again, I don't have anything behind here. So maybe I'll take a 2x6 or something and I'll get it up here. Then I can attach these pieces to it. Yeah, so let me go see what I have and we'll go from there. Okay, so it turns out that I had a piece of stained board that we're going to use for the door jamb. So we're going to go ahead and cut this down to the length, and then we're going to cut the door header portion that'll go up underneath the header. Now it'd be nice if I had more than one battery here, but unfortunately I only brought one with me. So we're gonna make it work. So this here is the piece that's gonna go up against the door jamb. And now I need a piece that's gonna go up against the header. I need a 4.5 inch wide piece. So I'm gonna head over to the lumber yard and let's see if we can't find something that's 4.5 inches wide and 36 inches long. All right, so this is our lumber yard. And again, I'm looking for something 36 inches long by 4.5 inches wide. So I'm gonna dig in here and let's see what we got. All right, so I found this board here. It's 40 inches long by 4.25, and I think that'll work. Now I know it's not stained, but we do plan on doing some staining this summer. So once we get ready to do that, then I can just go ahead and stain this board while it's already up. All right, so now that we have our pieces, we're gonna run back over to the cabin. We're gonna go ahead and get these boards installed. Okay, so I got the measurements I need. So I'm gonna start cutting some pieces. And once we get all the pieces cut up and stacked and ready to be put together, then we'll go ahead and assemble it. So a neighbor came by and we kind of chatted for about, oh, I don't know, an hour or so. Love having neighbors swing by, and we get to sit down and just kind of shoot the shit over about stuff, and it was a good visit. So now that they're gone, I've got to get back to cutting. 70 and a quarter. Hey, Matcha. Hey, Whitco. Hey, Kasunka. Hey, buddy. Hey. Where's my Whitco? Hi, baby. Where's my Matcha? Matcha. Hey, good girl. Hey. All right. 70. What are you doing? 70 and a quarter. So now that I got it square, the next thing I'm going to do is I've got to add these first boards here. So I'm going to go ahead and clamp these in. Go ahead and put these, start putting the screws in. Now, like I said, when we first started this project, I am not a door guy. Not by any stretch. So I'm at 7/8 and 3/8. Come on over here. Let's see where we're at on this one. 7/8 and 3/8. That'll be damn. We're damn near spot on. So, okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and screw in the 4 corners. Make sure those are right. Then we'll level up the center pieces, screw those in, and the door should be pretty much set. So. Yep. Now remember, folks, I am not a carpenter. I don't even know if I'm doing this right, but it makes sense to me in my head, so I do it. Hey, folks, so it's been a couple of days since the last clip. We had some personal things to take care of, and then today it is really cold, and we're expecting to get between 3 to 6 inches tonight. So it's really important I get this door done, because right now we don't have any protection on the back porch. But before I get started today, I did want to update you folks on a change on our Facebook. So we currently have Hanbleceya Ranch, Maine. It's our Facebook page on our channel and on our homestead here. But Jen has typically been updating that page with a lot of her crafts, all of her chunky blankets, and all of the creations that she's been working on that we do sell on our website at www.handbleceyaranch.com. Now the change is that we decided to separate her crafts side from what we're doing here on the homestead. And so if you follow us on Facebook and you follow our page, you're going to start seeing more things about what we're doing here on the homestead on the page, and then her new page, which is Jen's Homestead Creations. That's where she's going to be posting about all of her creations, all of her pictures and things like that of nature and around our homestead and Maine in general. That's where all of that information will be posted, or all that content will be posted. So we hope that it's not very confusing, and we hope that you folks enjoy it. So if you haven't checked us out yet on Facebook, we are at Hanbleceya Ranch, Maine. That's our page. And then through the page, you can also go to her page, which is Jen's Homestead Creations. So just wanted to give you guys an update. So the first thing I have to do today is I have to finish putting in the cross members on the back side of the door here. So I'm going to start with the 2 pieces in the middle, and then I'll move to the ends and then the cross beam supports and finish this door. There really is no telling what this door is going to look like when it's all said and done, because I've never built one of these before. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. Okay, so the way that this door is going to work, as I've explained, it is a French door. I think that's the name of it. Basically, the bottom portion, the door is going to be solid when it's latched. If we want to open just the top section is going to be on normal hinges. And we'll swing it open and we'll attach it to the wall on the outside. That'll leave that door open. Now, as for the bottom portion of this door, we're using these True Close hinges that I had acquired years ago. And they are adjustable, self-closing hinges. And so we're going to go ahead and use these. We're going to get these installed. Once we get the door up, I'll show you how we plan on using it. One thing I will say about these hinges is they are adjustable, and we just got to make sure that the adjustment is facing up, so make it a little easier for us to adjust these if we need to. Oh man, I knew it was supposed to snow. We're supposed to get almost 6 inches tonight is what they're calling for. But I didn't realize it was going to start now. It's already started. So I've got the door over by the back porch here, but I'm going to have to put the camera down. I got to get this thing mounted to get it done, get the weather stripping on it before it really starts getting bad. So give me a few minutes and I'll show you what it looks like. Well, that's an absolute bummer. As you can see, right there, the door's up, but I'm not showing it to you yet. I'm going to wait till tomorrow when we can actually start trimming it out and finishing it up, because right now it's just hanging. So just give me a split second and yeah, I'll show it to you. So wouldn't you know it, we're getting a lot of work done. We're making headway on spring projects, and Maine decides to throw us a big old curveball. Dumped about 4 inches of snow on us last night. I'm not that surprised, honestly. This is that time of year here in Maine where, you've heard me say it before. This is the worst time of the year. We get warm days, then we get cold days. We get nice, beautiful, sunny, dry days, and then we get dumped on with snow. But that's okay. That's what we signed up for when we came out here to Maine. And the work continues. Okay, so we've got our door installed. However, there's a couple of issues or a couple of things that we're going to change. So these hinges here, these are the self-closing hinges. And since we're going to be cutting this here, we wanted to make sure that this bottom door always stayed closed. Now, after we started installing this, I did put a regular hinge up here, but what we found is that the way that these work, it's actually pulling the door away, and it's putting too much pressure on these hinges. So thankfully, I do have 2 more of these, and since they are adjustable, we can add them to the top door, keep everything consistent looking, and we can adjust these so that they don't self-close. And I think it'll just look cleaner and will certainly be easier on the hinges since it'll be the same type of movement. So all right, so the next step, now that we have the correct hinges on, is we're going to put some weather stripping. And for my case, I'm using this black rubber that I have. I've cut them in strips. We're going to attach it to the gaps and hopefully be able to prevent snow and rain from blowing in through those gaps. Now, the reason I'm using these this rubber straps here instead of actual weather stripping is because I've kind of made all of this and the dimensions may not all be the same. Good. Case in point, up here is going to be a lot tighter than down here at the bottom, and as a result, what works here may not work down here, but I know that putting this rubber stripping here will definitely hide that gap all the way up. Now I'm actually, now that I'm looking at this, not too sure I want to put anything up on the top. I'm just afraid that when I go to close this, that the door's going to catch it and then push it, you know, carry it in inside of here, which is not what I want to do. So I think we're just going to leave it the way it is for now. So it's been a few days since we've been able to work on the back door, primarily because we were waiting for our door handle set. This gives us enough space to add it to a 2-inch wide door, which is what we've got going on here. So today we're going to go ahead and install the handle, and then we're going to go ahead and cut the door. So we're going to have a split door. I think I was calling it a French door earlier in the video. It's a split door where the, you know, this top section will swing on independently of the bottom section. And so yeah, so we're almost done. So let's just get this finished up and we'll be done. All right, well, there we go. We have our new handle installed on our door, which is awesome. I did have to add another spacer in here, but all is well, and it works. Now, we also are just going to leave this on here, so in the event that we do want to lock it with high winds or whatnot, we can just throw that in there. So, anywho, we got the latch in. All right, so we've got a beautiful door here, nice cedar. It's got a really nice latch on it. It's black. It matches the hinges over here. Now, this perfectly fine door, we're going to cut it in half right here. That actually came out pretty good. Didn't cut all the way through, which is fine. I can come back and cut it. But now I got to do I did this side. Now I got to do this side. I think I'm going to use my rotary tool and come in here and clean it all up. All right, folks, so we are done. The split door came out great. Now I am probably going to end up putting a small plexiglass window here, but we're going to worry about that another time. The way this thing works is I've got these hinges over here that are self-closing. The two hinges up on top are also self-closing, but I've got the tension really, really loose on those. The tension is pretty tight on the two bottom ones. It is self-closing, so when we open the door, it'll close on its own, which is really nice. Now, the mechanism I'm using to combine these two doors, the top and the bottom, is simply one of these bolt latches. Top comes out, and the door is split. So when we want to open this door up, the top portion, and keep it open, got a little hook and latch here. Just latch it to the wall. Now that door is going to be secure. It's going to be open. It's going to let us open and close the bottom half of this door during the summertime when it's beautiful outside and we want that nice breeze coming through the back porch. So all in all, this build was an absolute blast to do. I'd never built anything like this. The truth be told, When it comes to doors, I'm not really good at it. Well, I think that's going to be it for this build. Like I said, this was a lot of fun. And I surprised the hell out of myself by actually building it and having it work. It's really pretty cool. Alright folks, well that's going to do it for this video. Really appreciate you folks sticking around and watching it. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that like button if you like the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. We'll see you folks on the next video.